Title: The Art of Self. Chapter 1, A Peculiar Beginning. In the charming town of Willowbrook, where every house seemed to be a replica of its neighbors, young Eli was an enigma wrapped in colorful crayon scribbles. From an early age, he exhibited an unusual affinity for creating fantastical realms on paper, galaxies where dinosaurs danced and fairies painted the skies. His peers, with their conventional tastes and straightforward hobbies, could only watch in bemusement. Eli's art was a riot of colors and imagination in a town known for its muted tones and traditional values. His mother, a gentle soul with a penchant for poetry, would often recite verses while tucking Eli into bed. "Eli, my starry-eyed dreamer, remember that in the canvas of life, you are the brightest hue," she would say with a twinkle in her eye. His father, a stoic man with a heart as big as a barn, would add, "Son, if the world fits neatly into a box, where's the fun in that? Be the spark that lights up the dullest corners." Despite their encouragement, Eli faced skepticism from the town's more conventional denizens. "Why not draw a horse? It's a classic," Mrs. Thompson would suggest while peering over her garden fence, eyeing Eli's latest creation with polite puzzlement. Eli would flash his mischievous grin and respond, "Horses are nice, but where's the magic in a horse when you could have a unicorn with the rainbow mane?" As Eli grew older, his passion for art only intensified, and so did the whispers of doubt from those around him. "He's just a kid with wild dreams," some would say, shaking their heads. But Eli's dreams were as vivid and relentless as ever, powered by his family's unwavering belief in his creative destiny. "The world may not always see your vision, Eli," his father would remind him, "but that doesn't mean it's not worth painting." When graduation approached, Eli was filled with both excitement and trepidation. The time had come to leave the familiar, if somewhat stifling, confines of Willowbrook and step into a world where his imagination could roam free. With a heart full of hope and a suitcase packed with sketches, he bid farewell to his childhood home. "I'm off to find new canvases," Eli declared, embracing his parents one last time before embarking on his grand adventure. Chapter 2, The Big Move. New Aurora was a city of contrasts, a sprawling metropolis where skyscrapers clawed at the clouds and neon lights painted the night in technicolor. Eli's first steps into the city were filled with awe and disorientation. The hustle and bustle were a far cry from Willowbrook's sleepy charm. Street vendors hawked their wares with enthusiasm, while commuters zipped past in a blur of urgency. Eli felt like a small fish in a vast, swirling sea of concrete and steel. His new apartment was a stark contrast to his cozy room back home. It was a minimalistic space with stark white walls and a sparse TA copyright core that left much to be desired. Undeterred, Eli saw it as a blank canvas, a perfect backdrop for his creative endeavors. "If you can't find beauty here, you can always create it," he mused, setting up his easel and unpacking his paints. The blank walls seemed to beckon, eager to be transformed by his vivid imagination. Navigating the city's art scene was like stepping into a whirlwind of colors and styles. Eli attended gallery openings, art fairs, and workshops, each offering a new glimpse into the kaleidoscopic world of contemporary art. The contrast between his whimsical style and the more sophisticated works on display was both exhilarating and intimidating. He often found himself at the edges of conversations, listening to critiques and admiring the talent around him. Despite feeling like a novice in a sea of seasoned artists, Eli's unique perspective began to catch the eye of a few enthusiasts. "Your work has a refreshing sense of wonder," one art dealer remarked, peering through his glasses at Eli's latest piece. It's like a playful escape from the everyday. Eli took this as a compliment, though it came with a tinge of self-doubt. "I'm just trying to bring a bit of whimsy to the seriousness," he replied with a nervous chuckle. Each day in New Aurora was an adventure, and Eli embraced it with open arms and a hopeful heart. The city's vibrancy was infectious, and though he sometimes felt overwhelmed by the sheer scale of it all, he was determined to carve out his own niche. "Every artist starts somewhere," he reminded himself as he dipped his brush into a pot of bright, optimistic paint. "And every journey begins with a single stroke." Chapter 3, An Artist's Gauntlet. Eli's first major test came with an invitation to exhibit his work at a prestigious gallery in New Aurora. The event was a glittering affair, filled with elegantly dressed patrons sipping champagne and admiring art with practiced eyes. Eli, in his eccentric attire and with his whimsical artworks, felt like a jester in a court of highbrow critics. "Welcome to the Grand Circus," he joked to a fellow artist, adjusting his bow tie with a mix of excitement and apprehension. The gallery's grand opening was a whirlwind of mingling and admiration. Eli's work, with its vibrant colors and playful themes, drew a mix of curious glances and critical comments. "It's charming," one patron said, "but it lacks the depth we're used to." Eli, ever the optimist, replied with a grin, "I believe in making people smile, even if it's just for a moment." His response was met with a mix of laughter and raised eyebrows. Despite some less than stellar reviews, Eli found solace in the positive feedback he received from a few art aficionados. "There's a refreshing honesty in your work," one critic noted, "a reminder that art doesn't always need to be serious to be meaningful." Eli appreciated the compliment, even as he struggled to reconcile it with the more dismissive remarks. "It's all part of the fun," he said, shrugging off the criticisms with good-natured humor. As the exhibition came to a close, Eli took stock of his experience. The evening had been a roller coaster of emotions, from the high of seeing his work on display to the low of harsh critiques. "Well, if nothing else, it was an adventure," he mused, reflecting on the night's events. "And every adventure has its ups and downs." The feedback, both good and bad, was a learning experience, and Eli was determined to use it to refine his craft. The gallery event marked a turning point in Eli's journey. He realized that success in the art world was not just about acclaim but also about resilience and growth. "Every stroke of the brush is a step forward," he told himself, preparing for the next chapter of his artistic adventure with renewed determination and a smile. Chapter 4, Homeward Bound. Returning to Willowbrook was like stepping into a time capsule. The familiar sights and sounds were comforting, yet Eli felt a subtle shift within himself. The town, once his entire world, now seemed quaint and small compared to the vibrant chaos of New Aurora. "It's like visiting an old friend," Eli remarked to his mother, "one you've grown apart from but still cherish." The townsfolk greeted Eli with warmth and nostalgia. "You're a local hero now," old friends and neighbors would say, patting him on the back with pride. Eli participated in local events and shared stories of his adventures in the city. "And then there was this one time," he would recount with a dramatic flair, "when I accidentally mistook a gallery opening for a costume party." Yet, despite the fondness for his hometown, Eli felt a pang of disconnect. Willowbrook's slower pace and traditional values were a stark contrast to the bustling creativity he had grown accustomed to. "It's like being a fish in a pond after swimming in the ocean," Eli mused. The visit was a reminder of his roots but also highlighted the growth and change he had undergone. Eli's time in Willowbrook also gave him a chance to reconnect with his family and old friends. offering a moment of reflection on his journey. "It's good to be home," he admitted, "but I'm also excited to get back to my new adventures." His time in Willowbrook was both a retreat and a reaffirmation of his commitment to his artistic dreams. As he prepared to leave again, Eli felt a bittersweet mix of emotions. "Goodbye, Willowbrook," he said with a heartfelt smile, "until next time." The homecoming had provided a valuable perspective, reminding him of the importance of staying connected to one's origins while embracing new opportunities. With a renewed sense of purpose, Eli headed back to New Aurora, eager to continue his journey. Chapter 5: A Network of Wonders. Back in New Aurora, Eli knew that building a successful art career was as much about connections as it was about talent. He immersed himself in the local art scene, joining an eclectic artist collective that was as diverse as it was dynamic. "Welcome to the tribe of misfits and dreamers," one member greeted him with a grin. Eli soon found that each artist had their own unique story, adding to the collective's rich tapestry. The collective's collaborative spirit was invigorating. Members shared their expertise, from painting techniques to navigating the art market. "Last week, I painted a mural of a dragon while dodging a pigeon attack," one artist recounted with a chuckle. Eli found these stories both humorous and inspiring, realizing that every artist's journey was filled with its own set of challenges and triumphs. Eli's involvement in the collective opened doors to new opportunities. He secured a spot in a group exhibition and was introduced to a gallery owner with a fondness for whimsical art. "Your work is like a breath of fresh air," the owner said, examining Eli's latest piece with interest. The positive feedback was a boost to Eli's confidence and motivation. Networking within the collective also provided Eli with valuable insights into the art world. "It's not just about the art you create but also about how you share it with the world," one mentor advised. Eli took this to heart, refining his approach and expanding his reach. "Every connection is a brushstroke in the canvas of your career," he realized, embracing the collaborative nature of the art scene. The support and camaraderie within the collective were instrumental in Eli's growth as an artist. "We're all part of this grand mosaic," one artist remarked, "and every piece matters." Eli felt a deep sense of belonging and gratitude, knowing that his journey was enriched by the people he met along the way. Chapter 6: The Unexpected Critique. Just when Eli was gaining momentum, he faced a setback. A major art exhibition he had eagerly anticipated rejected his work. The news hit him like a splash of cold paint. "Ah, rejection," he quipped to his reflection, "my old friend. Always coming around when I least expect it." Despite his attempts at humor, the sting of the rejection was real and disheartening. Determined to turn this disappointment into an opportunity, Eli channeled his frustration into a new series of artworks. "If they don't want my old work, maybe they'll like this," he mused, experimenting with abstract forms and bold colors. The creative process became a form of therapy, allowing Eli to explore new dimensions of his artistic expression. The feedback from friends and fellow artists was encouraging. "You've turned a setback into a creative breakthrough," one friend remarked. "Your new work is like a splash of vibrant rebellion." Eli took this as a compliment, realizing that the challenge had pushed him to innovate and grow. "Every setback is a setup for a comeback," he told himself, embracing the lessons learned. Eli's new series gained attention and acclaim, proving that rejection was not the end but rather a new beginning. "The universe has a funny way of redirecting us," he said with a grin, "and sometimes it takes a detour to find a better path." The experience reinforced his belief in resilience and the importance of staying true to one's vision. As Eli moved forward, He carried with him the lessons of the setback and the success that followed. Every piece of art, like every moment in life, is a work in progress, he reflected. The journey had taught him to embrace both triumphs and challenges with an open heart, ready to create and inspire. Chapter 7, A Journey of Self-Discovery. In a period of introspection, Eli embarked on a deeply personal project, a series of self-portraits that delved into his own identity. Each portrait was a reflection of a different facet of his personality, capturing the whimsy, vulnerability, and strength that defined him. "It's like holding a mirror up to the soul," he mused, examining each piece with a mix of curiosity and self-acceptance. The project was both cathartic and revealing. "You're painting not just yourself but the essence of your journey," his mentor observed during a critique session. The mentor's words resonated with Eli, who saw the portraits as a visual diary of his growth and self-discovery. "Each stroke is a step closer to understanding who I am," Eli reflected, appreciating the depth and complexity of his own identity. The self-portraits were showcased in a gallery exhibition, drawing acclaim for their honesty and emotional resonance. "Your work speaks to the universal struggle of self-acceptance," one visitor commented. "It's like an invitation to explore the depths of our own identities." Eli felt a profound sense of fulfillment, knowing that his art had connected with others on a meaningful level. The experience of creating and sharing these portraits deepened Eli's understanding of himself and his artistic purpose. "Art is not just about what we create but also about what it reveals," he reflected. The project reaffirmed his commitment to embracing his true self and expressing it through his work. As he moved forward, Eli continued to draw inspiration from his self-portraits. "The journey of self-discovery is ongoing," he said with a thoughtful smile. The portraits remained a testament to his artistic evolution and a reminder of the power of self-acceptance. Chapter 8, The Mentor's Wisdom. Eli's mentor, a seasoned artist with a flair for poetic advice, played a pivotal role in his journey. In the grand tapestry of art, the mentor mused, "It's not the perfection of each thread but the richness of the pattern that matters." Their conversations were filled with humor and insight, guiding Eli through the complexities of the art world and personal growth. The mentor's wisdom was both practical and philosophical. "Success in art, like in life, is not a straight path but a winding journey," the mentor advised. "Embrace the detours, for they often lead to the most unexpected destinations." Eli took these words to heart, using them as a compass to navigate the ups and downs of his artistic career. Under the mentor's guidance, Eli refined his techniques and developed a deeper understanding of his creative voice. "Every artist has their own rhythm," the mentor said, "and finding yours is the key to creating truly impactful work." The mentor's feedback was invaluable, helping Eli hone his craft and stay true to his vision. Eli's mentor also encouraged him to take risks and push boundaries. "Art is about breaking conventions and exploring new frontiers," the mentor advised. "Don't be afraid to color outside the lines." Eli embraced this advice, experimenting with new styles and techniques that challenged his creative comfort zone. As Eli continued his journey, he remained grateful for the mentor's guidance and support. In the symphony of life, mentors are the notes that help us find our melody, he reflected. The lessons learned from his mentor became a cornerstone of Eli's artistic philosophy, guiding him as he forged ahead with confidence and creativity. Chapter 9, New Horizons. With a sense of renewed purpose, Eli began exploring opportunities beyond New Aurora. The idea of sharing his work on an international stage was both exciting and daunting. "The world is a vast canvas," he said with a grin, "and I'm eager to see what colors I can add." His ambition led him to participate in international art festivals and collaborate with artists from diverse backgrounds. The global art scene was a vibrant mosaic of cultures and styles. Eli immersed himself in new experiences, learning from artists whose work spanned continents. "Every new place is like a new palette," he mused, "and I'm discovering hues I never knew existed." The exposure to different artistic traditions enriched his creative practice and expanded his horizons. Eli's participation in international exhibitions allowed him to connect with a broader audience. "Your work is like a bridge between imagination and reality," one critic commented. "It offers a fresh perspective on familiar themes." The positive reception was a testament to Eli's ability to resonate with diverse audiences and embrace new influences. As he traveled and showcased his work, Eli reflected on the global nature of his artistic journey. "Art transcends borders," he said, "and it's a universal language that connects us all." The international experiences not only broadened his artistic repertoire but also deepened his appreciation for the shared human experience. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit fueled by exploration, Eli looked to the future with optimism. "The world is full of possibilities," he said, "and I'm ready to embrace every adventure." His journey through new horizons was a testament to his commitment to growth and the endless possibilities that lay ahead. Chapter 10: The Eternal Journey. As Eli continued his artistic journey, he embraced the lessons learned and the growth achieved. Each experience, from triumphs to setbacks, had shaped his creative path and personal evolution. "The art of life is a journey, not a destination," he mused, reflecting on the winding road he had traveled. Eli remained dedicated to his craft, finding joy in the process of creation and self-discovery. "Every brushstroke, every moment of inspiration, is a step forward," he said with a thoughtful smile. His commitment to embracing his unique artistic vision and staying true to himself was unwavering. The journey had taught Eli the importance of resilience and the value of staying connected to one's passions. "Embracing who you are and finding your place in the world requires courage and perseverance," he reflected. The experiences he had gained, both challenging and rewarding, were integral to his artistic growth. With each new project and opportunity, Eli approached the future with a sense of excitement and possibility. "The canvas of life is ever expanding," he said, "and I'm eager to explore every corner of it." His journey was a testament to the power of self-acceptance and the pursuit of one's dreams. As Eli looked ahead, he carried with him the lessons of his past and the inspiration of his experiences. "Every moment is a chance to create something new," he said, ready to embark on the next chapter of his artistic adventure. The story of Eli's journey was a celebration of creativity, self-discovery, and the endless possibilities that lay ahead.